of Indians study there, and they are just recently evacuated. How do you look at the Indian position? Because India also shares good relation with Russia, also with your country. So how do you see any role of India in this mediation?
India is one of those countries which will decide the fate of this century. India is fundamental for the global order. As far as Indian position on the Russian relationship, we are thankful for the call President Modi has made to our president when when this war has begun in full and earnest, and we are thankful for the humanitarian steps India has been making. I see what Russia is doing right now as fundamental wake-up call to the world in general. The point is Russia is disrupting every single rule of national law here. It is trying to destroy the biggest European nation and annex it, and that's a wake-up sign for anybody. It's trying to rekindle old colonial spirit of Russia's, and to basically retake a colony of its. So the point is we are resisting that colonialism, and we shall not allow it to succeed. And I think India needs to see Russia of today as what it is, and a revanchist imperialist power that wants to rebuild its empire and retake its old colonies, and to build that which will never be there anymore. So the point is Russia's done plenty throughout the years to destroy its credibility in any of the national institutions a part of, and that's why Russia is to be thrown out of every single national institution it has been a part of. So the point is, as far as India, Russia is concerned, you have the treaty on strategic friendship and partnership. I think that needs to be reconsidered, say the least, in the light of not just Ukraine, but all the misdeeds that Putin's regime has been doing for the last 20 years. And all of that is out and very visible for the entirety of the world to see. And I think it's very much needed as a punishment for disruption of any notion of national world order, because it's not just Russia that's at stake here. If Russia is allowed to do what it does here, a lot of other countries around the world will try to do that again in different contexts. So the point here is that Russia is to be punished, and by India as well.
Coming towards end, do you think sanctions imposed by the NATO and West and other countries on Russia is putting certain pressure, and do you think it will have an effect, or do you think they are waste?
I think any step in isolation, in building up isolation around Russia, should be very much welcomed. The point is, again, Russia has broken all the international rules of engagement there are between countries and nations, and hence punishment for it is needed. So the fact that the West is coming to finally realize that and cut Russia off from national institutions is very much welcome, but so much more is needed. Russia is a country which has time and time again showed disregard for all that is fundamental for any kind of trust to be built up in the international community. So the point here is that those sanctions are only a first step in a longer process of pushing Russia away from the world that it disregards.